Yo, 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 what is up? What is going on, everybody? How's everybody doing today? Oh, there we go. What is up? What is up? What is up? What is going on? Thank y'all for tuning in to another DnL&x Fitness live stream show. Yes, today we got a good show going on lined up for you today. It is Monday, the beginning of a new week. Rent is around the corner. And most importantly, hopefully you had a good weekend. But if you didn't have a good weekend, let Mr. Chow tell you.
Oh, you're having a bad day? Did you die?
I got shot.
But did you die?
As long as you didn't pass away, you're good. You're here to make it. You're here to push forward and push through another week and grind and get it in and make something happen with your life. But of course, like always, man, we had a good show started for you today. Today, we're going to go over our topics of fitness, the economy, and AI. In fitness world of today, I don't think we're going to go over any gym fitness fails, but we are going to go over a particular podcast, and they're going to be speaking to one of the guys that's in the fitness realm. I'm going to butcher this guy's name. His name is Mike Israel. I think that's how you say it. But he's basically going to speak on steroids and talk about steroids and how nobody talks about it before. So it's going to be interesting to see side effects, the back dealings, and basically how everything pans out whenever you decide to get on, the roids and see what it is and how it is from a different perspective. Because I always say, if you ain't natty, then your pockets is fatty. And we're going to see exactly what he says of the side effects and how this thing plays out and how people deal with it, live with it on a day-to-day life. Yes. So it's going to be a really interesting one to talk about. I'm going to do fair use. It's going to be on the Chris Williamson's podcast. You may not recognize the name, but when you see his face, you'll be like, oh, I've seen this dude before. So we're going to that, and then we're going to go over into the economy. The economy we're going to talk about, or basically go into one of the topics, will be Hollywood production crews are leaving Hollywood. They're leaving California. They're trying to find somewhere else to go. They're trying to find somewhere else to live, or basically somewhere else to find work at, because work isn't doing too shabby over there in California as far as Hollywood production goes, as far as, movies and stuff like that go. I mean, number one, it's too expensive, and number two, like I always say, AI is coming in and it's doing the work of many, but it only takes a few at this point now. It doesn't really take that many people to make movies or anything like that anymore, which is still putting them out there. But in due time, within the next 2, 3, 5 years, if you're writing scripts, if you're doing all this, it doesn't take, if you're doing cameras and all that, it don't take that many people to do all that. It's a one-man bandstand at this point. Yeah, so it's going to be interesting to watch and see how that goes, because it looks like people are scrambling, man. They look like they're running and going crazy and everything. So the people out there in Hollywood trying to move to different countries. And one thing if California people move to your state, boy, let me tell you, they're going to drive up prices wherever you live. It is terrible, man. Yes. You California people, whenever y'all move somewhere, y'all destroy an economy. Like anytime California's moved to a different country, hell, I guess at this point, a different state, they drive up rent prices. What is expensive to the locals is a bargain for somebody in California, and you can tag on an extra $500 to $1,000, and to them, it's still cheap. So it's gonna be a whole. It's going to be a whole show to see how this all pans out, and if these production crews are going over to different parts of the world, different parts of the country, and if they have a little bit of money with them and they're able to go to these different economies and stuff like that, they're going to jack up prices wherever they go. But I digress on that one. But it's going to be interesting to see how that pans out. And then in AI, I found a individual on YouTube, and she goes in and basically shows you how to make a talking AI avatar. So I was kind of playing with it a bit, trying to see exactly how this stuff works, and I decided, you know what, I'm going to follow her steps and see if I can do this whole process live and see if I can create a actual avatar live while on stream. You'll see her, but you might not see everything that I'm doing on the back end, but I'll try to put it together to where you can see exactly what's going on and how everything works. And I'm gonna try to follow what she says to a T, just to see how it pans out, and if we can get a actual talking avatar live on stream. We'll see if we can actually make it happen live here on stream and do a whole talking avatar, creating it from the image, and then putting it to the movement, and then putting a voiceover and seeing how that works. So that's gonna be interesting to see if we can actually get one put together live, and we're going to do it live right here on the show, so it's going to be a good one to watch. Yes, with that being said, if you want to contribute to today's show, bam, there it is right there. Cash App is Daniel2888. Venmo is going to be Danny-Daniel-00. And yes, feel free to contribute to today's show. If you're on YouTube, do me a favor. If you can see it, does it pop up? I think so. Hit the like button. Is that it right there? Yeah, it popped up. Hit the like button. Make sure you hit the like button on YouTube. We're simultaneously streaming on Kick, Twitch, Rumble, and YouTube. So whichever platform you find me on, we're streaming on all fours. If you're on Kick or Twitch and an ad comes up, jump over to YouTube. My link tree is in all of my social media platforms so you can keep up with the show wherever you go. YouTube, I don't know if they run too many. I don't know if they run ads on the show. I've never seen. I haven't paid attention to it. But you can catch me on Rumble as well. So we're in all places, all at the same time, making it all happen. So yes. So with that being said, with that introduction, it's going to be a good one to see and see how this is going to go. Yes, thank you. Calm down, hold your applause. So we're going to go ahead and jump right into the show. We're going to get into the fitness portion of the show, and we're going to start out with Chris Williamson, fair use. Hopefully that works out, fair use. I'm going to go ahead and go over this video. We're going to see what him and Mike talk about as far as steroid use goes. So without further ado, let's go ahead and pull this up and put this up on the screen. Let's see what we got here. Make sure I got all this stuff pulled up. Bam, there we go. We got the banner at the bottom. All right, so there you go. There's Chris Williamson Podcast, fair use. This is the real effects of steroids that nobody talks about with Mike Israetel. I hope I'm saying that right. Sorry if I butchered your name, but we're going to go ahead and go over it. I'm going to do some commentary as we go along, and let's figure out what are the side effects is that nobody talk about, because it seems like it's all the rant and rave today. Like everybody is like, yeah, do it. It is what it is. Although you see some people that's in their early 20s who look like they're in their mid 30s from taking steroids, and some women got jawlines like Super Chad, the guy with the big old square rigid jawline. So we're going to see how this pans out. We're going to see how this plays and get a better understanding. So without further ado, let's run it. Here we go.
The drugs are doing.
And don't tell me, they got me already. That sucks. All right. Well, we're going to get past this part real quick. But anyway, with that being said, we're going to sit down and see exactly how this works. Oh, whoa. Shut up. Yeah. It shouldn't take us too much time. There we go. We're already back. All right, here we go. 1 second. There it is. And let's start.
Drugs are doing that's speeding up the dying process.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
What aren't they doing that speeds up it? They're growing your heart muscle in a way that makes your heart worse at pumping blood.
Oh.
They are consistently presenting you with cholesterol levels that do nothing good for your arteries. They are elevating your blood pressure. Now, many of those variables I have kiboshed, so I could be lucky and be looking at less than 5 years. But there's also an element of where carrying that much excess body weight starts to be a stand-in for the muscle. When you weigh, I'm 5'6", and I currently weigh 235. You weigh 235 pounds at 5'6". I'm like one obesity category away from the highest one. All the time.
On BMI.
Correct.
Yep.
But like the amount of weight you carry around, the amount more forcefully your heart has to pump blood, etc., that still fucking counts.
Fatiguing.
100%. And so to quote Donald Trump on the heartbeat thing, again, he's not 100% wrong. That definitely is a factor. So if you happen to have used lots of steroids, but you kept most of your health values in check, and you just had dog shit genetics for being jacked and you never got really big, you're probably looking at less than 5 years off your lifespan on average. But I've been pretty big for my size for a long time, and my parents are both teeny tiny people with very small frames. I also have a very small frame. I just have a lot of muscle on it, relatively speaking, and a lot of weight, and I have had for years, and that's absolutely a big fucking problem.
Yikes. All right, so I did a show a few weeks ago, a week or two ago, and we had a particular individual. We had Greg Doucette, who was basically going over Alex Eubanks. Alex Eubanks had a blood test done, and Coach Greg Doucette, he had actually went over his blood panel and was speaking on, him taking, I think he was taking TRT, I believe, and he was taking like 200 milligrams. And with him taking this dosage, you could also see that in the dosage he was taking, he had these other side effects, which this guy right here just mentioned. He just mentioned, if you're taking some kind of steroids, you're going to have these different other side effects that are going to come. And then they end up pumping you up with drugs for those side effects. So it's just the endless cycle of like fix this, or you get this, fix that, get this, fix that. Okay, that fixed this, but now this caused this, and that. Now you got to fix this with that. It's just a whole cluster of like issues that you just come with. So he's speaking on how much years of life is going to take off, and this is going to be interesting to see how far it goes.
I think about Chris Bumstead when you talk about that, someone who's just retired, age 30.
Okay.
6'2", 6'3", I think he steps on stage at like 220, 230, something like that. I'm not too sure.
Very mysterious what the classic guys actually weigh, but yeah,
Right, yeah.
220 to 240 or something.
Yeah. I think about him, trying to get in and get out. He's like, Navy SEAL Team 6, like kicking a door down, shot someone in the face 6 times, and then, wait, like, you can't get me anymore.
I don't have any more Olympia trophies.
Yeah.
All right.
I wonder how much he's been able, obviously genetically elite. I wonder how much he's been able to get in and get out, so to speak.
The more you can get in and get out, the better. I never used preposterously high doses, mostly because I was like, I don't exactly want to die like tomorrow, but also because for me, high doses were just not so great
Not
with my
fun.
psychology and stuff. Yeah.
Wonder how old he is. Let's find out real quick. How old is this guy? How old are you? Is this Mike? Came right up. All right, Mike, you are. How old are you? Mike is 41. He's 41 years old. All right, here we go.
But for someone like Chris Bumstead, I mean, his degree of muscle mass and body weight that he carries for his height and frame were never like insane. Do you know who Big Ramy was?
Yes.
That's gonna put you in the grave a lot sooner because you are carrying
The new dude that
inordinate
just
amounts of
won,
muscle.
isn't he like 340 off season?
Correct. So he literally is
340.
100 pounds more than Sebum at probably a slightly shorter height. Like that's the kind of thing that's going to affect you. So just to review,
That's real
this,
tail end
100%.
shit. Yeah.
So to review the muscularity part, if you are very under-muscled, it's probably not a huge deal for longevity, but being of at least normal musculature for the average person of your sort of height and frame and age is probably your best bet at longevity. Having a little extra muscle can help, can hurt, probably cancels out on average. So if you're jacked as a natty, unless you got super fat to do it, like I did when I was natural, no big deal.
Hey.
Yep. And then as you use drugs, if you use drugs to get jacked, but you're really good at controlling your health variables, you never had excessive cholesterol, you never had chronic high blood sugar from mismanagement of insulin and growth hormone, shit like that. If you did a good job managing that and you never got enormous, yeah, like the drugs definitely kill you faster, but not psychotically faster. I mean, there are dozens and dozens of golden era pro bodybuilders that are still alive today. They're in their 70s and 80s. Arnold's still kicking it. Like, if this shit was, I remember one of my mentors,
I mean, yeah, but that's to say how the drugs were back then versus now. Because everything gets worse over time, unfortunately. You know what I mean? Like, drugs just get, either they get more watered down or they get worse on the human body or both. So, and we don't know how much they were using, if it was much harder to get or whatnot. It was just a whole different world out there. It was a different playing field. So, yeah, you just have to kind of pay attention. Hopefully my computer's not charging. But yeah, let's go ahead and continue. I'm going to fix this while this is going on.
Dr. Mike Stone told us something about steroids when we were in PhD program. He's like, we in the 80s knew that the media was lying because you just went into locker rooms and gyms and just didn't see any dead bodies. Because, like 80s anti-drug hysteria was a totally different level. Like one steroid injection, you're a criminal, you're in jail, you're addicted to heroin somehow also, and you're for sure dead like tomorrow. That absolutely doesn't happen. However, last category is if you get very, very large, stay large for a long time, stay on tons of gear for a long time, and don't attend to the various health consequences. At that point, you're rolling the dice, and the only way in which the dice are loaded is with your genetics, because there are juiced up people that have been jacked for forever, they're beat red, and they just don't die, and they live into their 80s. Not the great model for most people because they just have baller genetics. One of my friends,
They on that adrenochrome. They drinking that adrenochrome. No, I'm just kidding. Just kidding. Fair use.
And a mentor of mine, Broderick Chavez, had, I believe, like a grandfather or an uncle who like worked literally in the coal mines. And he had like some kind of chest condition. This is an amazing story. It was the 1960s. And he like went to the doctor and he's like, oh, something in my like some lungs or shit. And they're like, oh yeah, here are Dianabol tablets, D-ball tabs, oral steroids, right? So you just got a script for oral steroids. And he was on them for like a generation straight. This is an oral drug you're not supposed to take for longer than like 6 to 8 weeks. He was just on it all the time. And I was like, all right, so what was he like? He was like jacked and mean. And he lived like well into his like late 60s or 70s and fucking coal mining, right? And Broad said once, he's like, I think he just died because he was just like, God, fuck this. Like, he just don't want to be alive anymore. The thing is, most of us do not have genetics like that. So really important to say.
Again, I don't know if that's genetics or if that's just the type of drugs that was administered back then versus now. It could be a plethora of things, so it's no telling. I mean, also it could be the food back then, how the food was, because he said this dude was on it for a generation. I don't know how long a generation is if you're on a drug. I don't know the time frame of a generation. However, I know that if he's talking about the story of back then that means that food was different. Food was very different. You know, if he even had McDonald's back then, you know what I mean? So there's different things that play into it. The kind of food he was eating, if the food was GMO'd, was it GMO to the level it is now? The type of processed foods he was eating, the stuff that we have available now versus what was back then. It's just a bunch of different things that play a factor into it. So yeah, it's no telling.
Like if you know someone that's lived,
but I mean, yes, genetics can play a case in that too. But you also got to take the time frame and how things were back then.
a long time in spite of everything, do you want to take that chance on yourself? I wouldn't.
Well, it seems like everybody takes that chance on themselves at the end of the day. I mean, like I said, if you ain't natty, your pockets are spatty. And seem like people would rather have fat pockets than longevity. And with the way the world is and the economy is, I mean, it seems like it's working out for them. For sure. Seems like it's working, so it is what it is. Let's continue.
Muscle mass. Actually, that's a question. There is something else to say. If I want to take a non-bodybuilder but longevity approach for training for this,
Yes.
very rough-hewn, what do I need to do?
Yes. Training 2 to 4 times per week for 30 to 45 minutes at a time, mostly compound movements, large muscle mass movements, underhand pull-downs and pull-ups, rows, close grip bench presses, dips, overhead presses, squats, deadlifts, etc., stuff like that. Obviously vanity shit you can do, usually with relatively short rest breaks for sets of 10 to 30 repetitions per set, alternating muscles that aren't involved in one movement with those that are involved in the other. So do some close grip benches, take a quick 10-second breather, do some underhand pull downs, quick 10-second breather, and back and forth and back and forth. That should constrain your workouts to a small amount of time. Interestingly enough, if you're working out exclusively to get more life at the end of your life, like you're also consuming a lot of life being in the gym around sweaty, nasty people. So you have to integrate that in.
Yes.
But
There is a
this
cost.
keeps the duration of you spending time in the gym lower, but also because of the short rest intervals and the higher repetitions, it allows you to have some of the benefits of cardiovascular exercise. That
I mean, but he's saying all this if you're taking steroids. You know what I mean? And I guess it's coming from a bodybuilder approach. I'm looking at it just from somebody who's trying to take care of their health and go longevity. He's looking at it from a bodybuilder approach. And, you know, at this point, it seems tedious. It seems like a task. It seems daunting. It's like, oh, I got to do all this. That's when you take the fun out of it. It's like it should be, you know, you go in there, work out, get your pump, feel good. You know, your pre-workout got you jigging out if you took that with some creatine, all that stuff. But, like, if you're adding the steroids to it and you're shaving off life on the back end, I just don't see it. Unless, you know, you're in your 40s or 50s and you want to take some TRT. I'm like, that to me makes sense. You know what I mean? It just depends on what your lifestyle is and what you have to do to get to where you are. If you need to, you know, kind of, you know, because some people put their head down in the sand and they go and get the money. And then when they get their money, time has passed. You got to make up for time. So if you got to do that, that's fine. That's fair. So I kind of get what he's saying.
are sort of enhancing to both quality of life and how long you live. And so that's probably the best way to do it. It's very minimal effect on your schedule, and it has probably as much as you'll ever need to extend your lifespan or make it higher quality. If you're training in the gym like 2 hours a day, 6 days a week, and you're like, for longevity, like, it's not bad for you necessarily, but it's overkill.
You're overshooting.
Yeah, definitely.
Sleep. What about sleep?
Sleep's a big deal. Sleep is the ultimate stress reducer in
Sleep is a huge deal. Sleep is, I can tell you that for sure. Sleep is a big deal. Your muscles got to recover. Your body needs rest. So you got to sleep if you're exerting that much energy out of your body and eating and all that stuff. Sleep is highly underrated. You need sleep. Sleep is, man, it's what restores your muscles. It's what repairs you. Like sleep is I think, like when you have all these different pre-workouts, like you have the after the post-workout things where it speeds up your recovery. I'm like, it's just trying to bypass the fact of sleep or trying to speed up sleep or something. But if you can just go take a nap, like 1 or 2 hour nap, after a workout, like midday nap or something, and you go to bed early, like at 9 o'clock, you should be good. You should be good. And get 9 o'clock, wake up at 5 or something, 4, 5, 6. You should be good. That should be a good adequate amount of sleep. But sleep is underrated.
and everyone's life. Like that's pretty much one of the main purposes of sleep is to kind of reset the whole system. And sleep is a thing where, again, that 90-10, 80-20 rule comes in handy. If you're mostly sleeping enough to feel well rested, which means if you need fuck Newtonic, I need 8 cans of Monster to keep me awake after 2 p.m., you're not getting enough sleep.
Exactly.
But if a can or 2 of Newtonic throughout the day is all you need to be your sharpest, then you're good.
What is Newtonic? Newtonic? He's saying Newtonic. Let's find out what that is. Let's keep going.
To go, and you're probably getting enough sleep, 7 to 9 hours for most people. As good of quality of sleep as you can manage. Keep the room dark, keep the room cool, few distractions, no blue light a few hours before bed, all the general sleep recommendations that are really awesome. If you just checklist that, and you usually get really good sleep, a night or two every few weeks you stay up all night, or you get, really busy with work, you only sleep a few hours, no big deal. Generally, that's the recommendation.
I see you working hard at your 9 to 5. Well, what about...
You don't see Jack. Shut up. All right, so I found this right here while this is playing. You got to get this guy off the screen. Jesus. Brandon. All right, Newtonic. Let's see. And blend improves focus and mental performance. 0 sugar, 0 caffeine. Yeah, that's a lie. Everything has caffeine and sugar in it. So Newtonic, yeah. So that's what Newtonic is. I guess it's an energy drink, in other words. At least that's what I got. I got that. So Tonic is a productivity energy drink. They could be promoting something low-key on the side, but I don't know. Let's go ahead and continue. He's almost done. We got a few more minutes, and we'll be up out of here. Moving on to the next thing. Here we go. Let's go.
Low amounts of sleep in a way that has you feeling it is a big deal. Some people just don't need as much sleep as others.
Jocko.
Is that true?
Supposedly, so the 4:30 a.m. thing, which I'm reliably told by some of my friends that are fathers that they beat on an almost nightly basis.
Yeah, easy. I'm never asleep.
They've got dad shit to do. Yeah, exactly. But yet, I mean, there's that genetic mutation that I think the same likelihood of you having that requires you to only sleep maybe 4 hours a night and feel okay is the same likelihood as you being hit by lightning twice.
Holy shit.
It's super unlikely. It's a
Yeah.
few, very, very rare. Anyway, Jocko is one of those people that I've heard. I think basically what most special forces select for are people that can deal with sleep debt very well.
Very big deal, because if you need lots of sleep consistently and you also degrade very heavily in your cognitive and physical function, you just won't make it through selection, even if you're a straight up killer. That's the kind of guy you want to be like an elite bodyguard for someone like the president who sleeps normal hours. If you have a decent rotation for your bodyguarding shifts, you can be like a Delta Force level shooter. You're just like, look, if I don't get my sleep, I'm good to know when after a few days.
Tim Kennedy told me this story. Maybe you ask him about it tomorrow if you're chatting to him. Ask him about the time he ran out of ammo, and he'll know the story. And I think he said he was awake for Like the only time he slept was when he was concussed by an IED going off. In like 48, maybe more hours. He slept awake for 2 full days, runs out of every different platform, every different magazine, every different piece of ammunition that he had. And you just realize that, okay, that's what the job demands of you. Ross Edgley, who I think wanted an intro to you to have a chat at some point.
Oh, dope.
I asked him, he's done all of these crazy, swam, or did a triathlon holding a tree, triathlon. He's the first person in history to ever swim around Great Britain. He did 6 hours on, 6 hours off for basically 7 months. He's just done the longest single distance river swim in history. It was 300 miles.
Oh my God.
55 hours without touching land, without sleeping, without anything. 55 hours straight through. And I asked him what his superpower is, and it completely makes sense. All of those things together are him allowing to deal with sleep deprivation and to digest food in very strange situations.
Yeah,
so
some people's digestion will shut down in ultras and
so
stuff.
he's able to have piping hot porridge to keep him warm when he was in the Yukon swimming in Canada. Piping hot porridge, like a internal hot water bottle, heating him from the stomach out. But then get back to moving and being horizontal. If you feed me food, I need to be vertical for at least 45 minutes afterward, just the way my digestive tract is put together.
Sure.
I don't like being horizontal.
Sure.
What I'm saying is certain people deal with digestion, sleep in very, very, very different ways.
Yes. So for those people,
Okay, he kind of lost me there for a minute. I was trying to figure out where he was going with that. And he kind of lost me with that. We're almost done. We got 2 minutes left.
people that don't need as much sleep, don't feel like you have to get it. But if you're genuinely not,
You do need to get your sleep. Screw that. Sleep is very important, man. Make sure you get your sleep. Go to bed early. Go to bed early. Get to bed by 9 o'clock, no later than 9:30. Get your sleep in. You have a good sleep. Waking up is gonna be delightful. You're gonna feel great to wake up. So sleep is important, and it's important for your body. It's beyond important for your body, your muscles and everything. Because if your muscles ain't resting and you're still stressing them, that's like another form of stress. You know what I mean? You put more stress on your body that's needed. You're not resting. And eventually that sleep is going to catch up with you and you're going to go to sleep. Your body's going to be like, hey, go to sleep. And you just like that, your body's going to be like, I can't take it no more. So sleep is important.
well rested, chronically, you're doing some reduction of lifespan and life quality 100%.
What about regularity of sleep? I've heard that the regularity can impact longevity as much as the duration.
Yeah. That's probably a little bit of an exaggeration, though maybe not by much. Especially in extreme cases, it can be pretty nasty.
Shift workers, firefighters, nurses.
Correct. Sleeping roughly with the day and night cycle, and getting to bed and waking up at roughly the same time on most days is probably a good idea. For some people that like that Brian Johnson robotic lifestyle, every morning you wake up at the same time, every night you go to bed at the same time, dope. But for most people, they're going to take a hit on social quality of life factors. And yeah, if you stay up a night or two a week a little later and wake up a little later, it's just not going to be a big deal. But regularity is a really, really good thing. It's a thing that should be built into your life anyway, and violating every now and again is okay. Always being in the mix of God knows when I go to sleep and wake, probably not ideal for longevity.
If you haven't been feeling as sharp or as energized as you'd like, getting...
All right, now he's about to hit us with a product, but we're not trying to hear that. So yes, the importance of sleep. The importance of sleep is very important, but him basically talking about the use of steroids, it shaves years off your life. So be careful with that stuff, man. If you're going down that path, just make sure that you're older in life if you choose to do it. Don't do it young. That's my personal opinion. Don't be on roids young. I don't think nobody needs to be doing steroids at a young age. I just don't. But teach his own. People, you live your life the way you choose and understand what you're getting yourself into, what it entails, what's happening, what's going on, what are the consequences, the side effects, and, what is your diet, most importantly. Focus on your diet. But with that being said, man, shout out to them for that very, very informative video, man. We got to give them a round of applause for that one. For sure. Because, man, Nowadays, when it comes to this stuff, man, they don't play around with these steroids. We're at the point in life. We are at the point in life where drugs are legal, is what it seems like. I mean, you can still go to jail for drugs, but it's like they're slowly but surely like everything is becoming acceptable. We're almost there to where it's just like all drugs are a-okay, do what you want, and the discipline's gonna fall on you, whether to, be disciplined not to do these things or succumb to it and do them, whatever the case is. But as far as these steroids go, man, to take steroids just to be in a sport that requires steroids like bodybuilding, unless you do the natural route, it's crazy. It's crazy. But know the side effects, know what you're getting yourself into, because it can hinder your brain and all the other stuff. So just be very, very, very informative and very understanding as to what you're getting yourself into. Okay? All right. Well, shout out to them for that one, man. They gave us a good one. All right, the next thing we're going to go into, what is this? What do we have next for you? Well, we're going to run into the muscle of the day. We're already here. We'll just jump right into it because we ain't got much time to waste. The muscle of the day. Yes. Let's go ahead and punch into this right here real quick. Where is it at? Where are we at? So the muscle of today is going to be what is it going to be? Bam, the forearm. The forearm muscle. I don't really know I don't think there's like actual like technical name for it, but it does have a bunch of different muscles inside of it, which I'm going to read off to you. But yeah, so let's go ahead and go over the forearm muscle. So we have right here, let me pull this up a little bigger so I can see. We have, I need my font to be bigger. That's what, oh, I can just do this, right? Can zoom in? Nope, won't let me zoom in. All right, well, however, I'm going to play this video and then I'm going to read this off to you at the same time so we can get an understanding as to what's going on. So we might not match, but just hear me out. So we got the forearm muscles split into two groups. You got anterior flexor and posterior extensor compartments. So these control the movement of your wrist, fingers, and even your elbow. The anterior flexor muscle, palm side, all right? These mainly flex the wrists and fingers. The flexor carpi radialis, the flexor carpi ulnaris, the flexor digitorum superficialis, the flexor digitorum profundus, the palmaris longus, and the pronator teres / quadratus. They helps with forearm rotation, pronation. So, turning your hand over. So from a supine to prone is what that is. Then we have the posterior extensor muscles, the back of the forearm. So the back of the forearm, these are going to extend the wrist and the fingers. They have the extensor carpi radialis, longus and brevis, so long and short. Then you have the extensor carpi ulnaris. You have the extensor digitorum, the extensor pollicis, and longus and brevis, long and short. And you have the brachioradialis. Technically an extensor, but flexes the elbow, especially during hammer curls, which I like to do a lot of those. Which right now I have a pain right here in my forearm from, I would say, lifting or whatever, but it's been hurting a lot, and plus sparring doesn't help. But yeah, pain right there hurts. Function use, grip strength. If you want grip strength, lifting and climbing. Wrist control is writing, typing. Okay. And then forearm rotation is turning a doorknob or screwdriver. All right, we got that. Then training tips. If you want some training tips, wrist curls are for flexors. Reverse wrist curls are for extensors. Hammer curls are going to be for the brachioradialis. I'll keep butchering that word. Farmer's carries and dead hangs, grip and overarm forearm use or mass. And then rice bucket twists, athletic rehab, and endurance. So those are the things that, those are training tips you could do to help all aspects of the forearms. And in case, you were going for an endurance for whatever sport or whatever activity that you're doing to kind of help increase the longevity of the forearm. So yes, that is going to be your forearm muscles, and you have four different muscles that link up. Well, actually more than four. You have a lot of muscles that make up the forearm because you have the the prone, and you have the supine version of the forearm. So they all play a big role. Alrighty. Yes, so that's going to be the muscles for the forearm, and then we're going to take a look into a human anatomy. Shout out to the
Understand grip
anatomy
strength?
lab. Shut up. Shout out to the anatomy lab, and shout out to Ken Hub from last video. Fair use. Shout out to the anatomy lab. We're gonna go over one of their videos, and they're gonna show an actual human body decomposed, or not decomposed, but a body that was donated and they can use for dissecting, so you can see a body that's been drained of blood and everything, so you can see the muscle, the veins, the arteries, and the fats and the superficie and the fascia of the body and all that stuff. So it's not super gross, but it's a good way to look at the muscles in the body from a different angle to be able to see exactly how these muscles work. So without further ado, we're going to put this on the screen and let them take it away. Fair use.
So to understand grip strength, we'll want to learn about the muscles that contribute most to grip strength. The first one is the flexor digitorum superficialis, and you can see that I pulled that up and isolated it with a probe and pushed some of the other muscles out of the way. But if you break down that name, flexor digitorum superficialis, it tells you a lot about this muscle. It's going to flex the digits, specifically the pointer to the pinky finger, and it's the more superficial of the flexors, and we'll see a deeper flexor in just a minute. And look at how cool the meat of the muscle is, or that muscle belly, how it's located in the antebrachium, but then you can see the tendons start to emerge, and then those tendons will pass through the carpal tunnel. But once those tendons pass through the carpal tunnel, you can see that they'll flare onto each individual digit or finger.
Hey, that's really interesting how the human body is working, how it's designed. But let's keep going.
And an important distinction with this flexor digitorum superficialis muscle is that the tendons insert onto the middle phalange. This other tendon that we'll talk about in just a second will make it all the way to the distal phalange. So to understand grip strength, we'll want to learn about the muscles that contribute most to grip strength. The first one is...
So he's just going in on the supine part of the inside of the forearm, which is what he's going over, which is good. It's not bad. It's giving us a really good look and kind of see how everything plays out and how everything is connected and how it looks. And so this is what we look like underneath all the skin and blood and all that stuff. This is what it looks like. It's the actual muscles in our body. And just always remember that muscles help move your bones. So you always want to have strong muscles. And you can do different kinds of workouts, whether it's going to be weight training, functional training, mobility training, all these things, put them together and focus on mind and muscle connection, which is going to be a really, 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 really helpful thing for longevity in your life. But this right here was really, really, really good to see, to be able to give you some value, to see exactly how the forearm muscles work. So that right there, my friends, is going to be the forearm muscles and how it works. All right, so next, for the final thing for what the fitness portion of the show, we're going to have to pull you into a sponsor of our show. And the sponsor of our show is going to be none other than yours truly. Yes, yours truly. As you can see right there, we have our YouTube channel on the video tabs where we do fitness home workout videos. So if you ever are busy traveling or doing something of that nature, on the go, can't get to a gym or whatnot, don't worry, we got you. We got upper body workouts, lower body workouts, back workouts, ab workouts, core workouts. You can use dumbbells, you can use body weight, whatever you have, what you can get, we got you for sure. These workouts are pretty intense because I actually get tired doing these, because if I'm going to replace the gym, then I need to burn out at home the same way as I would feel burned out in the gym. So you'll probably see some of these workouts while I'm even struggling, but that's because I need to be able to mimic the workout that I get in the gym. So sponsor of today's show is going to be yours truly. Yes, yours truly. Looking fantastic. Thank you. All right, so yes, that is it for our sponsor of the show, as you can see. Because yes, we do sponsor our own show and everything else. But with that being said, we're going to switch over to the next portion of the show. The next portion of the show is going to be the economy. Yeah, there's a lot going on in the economy right now. A whole lot. And we are going to start off with the World Economic Forum as we start this thing off with the economy, because there was a guy who is one of the big wigs in the World Economic Forum, who recently has, I don't know if he got the boot or had to step down or whatever. We're about to find out. I'm going to find out the reason behind why said person at the Economic Forum had to, you know, either resign or get booted. Because I think Buddy was doing some, he was doing some freaky deaky activity. And I don't know if he was out here doing some crazy freaky things, but he got outed, and we're gonna see what happened as to why he got outed and what the consequences were. And to be quite honest, he probably got so much money with no consequences. But let's pull this up and let's see how this goes down. So here we go. Let me change that banner real quick before we proceed on any further. Can I change the banner? Bam. Bam, there it is. There's the right banner. All right, so we have the World Economic Forum is investigating Klaus Schwab after a whistleblower complaint. So somebody whistleblowed on him. They snitched on him. They outed him. They was like, "Hey, this dude is a debaucherous man." But let's go ahead and hear what the Hill Fair Use has to say about this. Here we go.
World Economic Forum has confirmed they're investigating former chairman Klaus Schwab after his seemingly abrupt resignation on Monday.
All right, so he resigned. He resigned. And remember, this is the guy that said, "You will eat the bugs and the likes it." That's how he said it. He said, "You will eat the bugs and you will the likes it." So this is that guy.
Anonymous whistleblower sent a letter to the organization and accused Schwab of misusing forum funds and resources. The Wall Street Journal first reported the news.
The letter also criticized the forum's workplace culture and governance. The Journal writes, it included allegations that Klaus Schwab asked junior employees to withdraw thousands of dollars from ATMs on his behalf and used forum funds to pay for private in-room massages at hotels. It's always massages at hotels. This alleges that his wife, Hilda, a former forum employee, scheduled token forum-funded meetings in order to justify luxury holiday travel at the organization's expense.
Oh, Mr. Debauchery. Gotta hold that L, buddy. Hold that L. Hold that L. My man withdrew thousands of dollars from ATMs on behalf and used foreign funds to pay for private rooms and massages in hotels. Somebody wrote a note, a letter, and this is how man got outed. All that money and you still go down like this. Shame on you. But let's continue. Here we go.
Schwab and his wife have denied all allegations, and Schwab...
Oh, Schwab and his wife denied. Hey, shout out to the wife for being a rider for her husband. So, yeah, shout out to her. She probably was sending the girls over there like, hey, go deal with this old bastard. I don't want nothing. I don't want to do with him. I don't want to play with this nasty old pickle. Here, you go deal with him. So, you know, they probably was like, well, hell, if she's doing this, we got to out this fool. But anyway, I digress. Let's continue.
Schwab plans on filing a lawsuit against whomever wrote it. Schwab is a proponent of the Great Reset, which is essentially a reshaping of the world order that involves things like ESG initiatives and stakeholder economies. Swedish journalist Peter Emanuelsson wrote on X, quote, "A whistleblower claimed that Klaus Schwab used the World Economic Forum funds to pay for massages at hotels and for luxury holidays. Meanwhile, he was yelling, 'You'd eat the bugs and live in a pod to save the environment.'"
Former Nestle CEO Peter Brabeck-Letmeth.
You would think somebody would not leave a paper trail. You would think he would like cash out on all of this and not leave a paper trail. He used the World Economic Forum funds to pay for massages at hotels and for luxury holidays. Buddy left a whole paper trail. Bruh. And then his wife was like, "Nah, this ain't true. They lying."
To save the environment.
Former Nestle CEO Peter Brabeck.
Oh, and also right there. Meanwhile, he was yelling at you to eat the bugs and the lives in the pod to save this environment. Yeah. And if you wonder why I say it like that, go listen to him talk.
In a pod to save the environment.
Former Nestle CEO Peter Brabeck-Letmeth is now the interim chairman. This is a topic that I know a lot of our viewers are very interested in, very critical. We've been in the past of the world.
All right. Not going to go into too much detail on that. But as we see right there, Buddy there got caught up, used the actual business funds to pay for hotels and massages and stuff like that, which, I mean, I mean, well, the real question is, how long was he? How long was he CEO or whatever? How many? Let me see. How many years? He was 55 years tenure. Man. And they just caught him. How long was homie doing this? That's the real question. 55-year tenure. Man, he been out there getting his meat rubbed in massages way back when Black Sabbath was killing the stage, bruh. Man, he was out there with Jimi Hendrix and all that back when the Bee Gees was doing the disco. 55 years, man. Well, he's no longer in position. He's no longer there, and he is. How old is he right now? 55-year tenured. How old are you now, sir? Let's see. How old are you? You are. How old are you? He established it in 1971 as a platform for business leaders to collaborate with government and social stakeholders. But how old are you, sir? I don't know how old he is, but I would say he's in his 70s. I mean, he's been doing 55 years. He's probably in his 70s. I would say he's in his 70s. That's just my guess. I can't find it right. 87. There it is. 87. 87 minus 50 would make you 37. So my buddy's been running this he's been in tenure for 55 years since his early 30s. And he's been, man, you telling me he just now started doing this? And you finally get caught. Oh man, he probably got caught on purpose. 87, he got way too comfortable. Buddy was like, yeah. And all these new, the generations change, the different kind of girls come in. So now we live in like this new world, this new style of how women run things. And yeah, they outed his ass. They got him. Normally he would like to talk to women like this. Shut up, bitch. But they wasn't having that no more. Women was like, nah, bruh, you gotta go. Woman looked at him and she's like, don't talk to me like that. The woman said, shut up. Don't talk to me like that. So, yeah. Charles Schwab, whatever your name is. Yeah, they had to give him the boot. Anyway, on to next news. Apple is soon to move their entire US bound iPhone assembly from China to India in 2026. I don't know how that's gonna look, but we're gonna have to wait and see if that's gonna turn out well. Production of more than let me pull this so you can see it. Production of more than 60 million iPhones sold in the US will be moved to Indian factories as trade tensions with China continue. So who's getting paid less, the Indians or the Chinese? But we already saw the Chinese don't care. They'll take the 15% hit. They're not worried about it at all. But let's go ahead and read this. Apple plans to relocate the assembly of all iPhones destined for the United States to India as early as next year, 2026. As escalating U.S.-China trade tensions prompt the tech giant to fast-track its supply chain diversification, the Financial Times reported, citing sources familiar with the matter, the move aims to completely shift the production of over 60 million iPhones annually sold in the U.S. to Indian factories by the end of 2026. This pivot marks Apple's most significant manufacturing shifts in decades and builds on its recent investments in India. U.S. tariffs makes Chinese manufacturing too expensive, as they say. Yeah, I got you, Bob. I got you. The company currently relieves. Now you got me messed up, Bob. The company currently relies heavily on Chinese assembly via partners with Foxconn. But rising tariffs imposed by the President Donald Trump administrations, reaching over 100% on some Chinese imports, have made production in China increasingly expensive. Although smartphones received a temporary exemption from the highest tariff bans, a A 20% duty still applies to Chinese-made devices entering the U.S. So let's see what happens with India. India is likely to secure the first trade deal with the U.S. In contrast, it's subject to a paused reciprocal tariff of 26%. India is subject to a paused reciprocal, so they can't tariff back, as I think is what they're saying. I think they're saying that India cannot. Okay. Additionally, India is negotiating a bilateral trade agreement with Washington. The U.S. Vice President DJ Vance recently visited India and described progress on this front as very good. India is expected to become the first country to trade or to secure trade with the U.S. and avoid Trump's reciprocal tariffs. Exactly. Okay, so then they're going to switch over. They're going to move the Apple products over to India, but India cannot reciprocate a tariff like China is. China's reciprocating it, but if they move to India, India can't turn around and hit us with a tariff. I mean, honestly, if you ask me, if in a business sense, that sounds like a bully move. It kind of does. But hey, it is what it is. I mean, hey, what are you gonna do? You know, money talks. But yes, trying to drop that wisdom on you, Bob. I'm trying. Pause. So yeah, so Apple scales up production in India, and yeah, that's how they're gonna move forward. But as we see, the reason why they're moving over is because of the tariff war that's going on, and that India cannot reciprocate a tariff. So money, from the money standpoint, it'll be cheaper to deal with India than it will be able to deal with China. So therefore, sweatshops in India are about to be booming. God dang. Boy, oh boy. I mean, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how this pans out. It's going to be interesting. Good Lord. All right, and then next we have our final topic for this segment. Final topic is gonna be too educated for me. I'll just put some rap on and react to no, sir. We cannot just put rap on and react to Drewski. This is not too educational at all. As a matter of fact, Bob, this is some stuff, it's some news that you're going to need to use because finances are important. First, we went to fitness and talked about steroid use, so keep your body right and all that good stuff. Now we're on the economy. The last segment is going to be AI. So this is good news you could use to understand exactly what's going to be happening financially in the world. You know what I mean? It's usually, the segments ain't that long. It's really short and straight to the point. So just to give you an idea of how your money may be looking funny in the future or may not. So, you know, it's good stuff to know. But we got the last topic for this segment here. This is going to talk about the jobs at Hollywood in risk as studios pivot elsewhere. So the studios in Hollywood are pivoting because it costs too much. We're going to watch this quick little segment from NBC News. They're going to talk about the Hollywood people catching wreck because, I guess it's too expensive to do production over in California now. Who knew? But like I said earlier, man, everywhere California goes, they screw up everybody else's economy. They really do. Like everywhere California goes, like I live in Austin. So watching the Californians come from California all the way over here to Texas, they jacked up the prices. And I'm pretty sure in other states that didn't have high prices 5-10 years ago, whatever, like Californians came in and they were like, what, $2,000 for a 1-bedroom? Sold. Well, I mean, I could be exaggerating, but not by much. So seeing these people pivot and go to different places, and I'm pretty sure now they're going to go global, so they're probably going to go to different countries. So I think that probably passporting and going different places might get jacked up, but we'll see. Let's see what NBC has to say on this, and fair use. Hopefully they don't come after me. Let's run this video real quick. Here we go.
Some of the most anticipated blockbusters of 2025 mostly shot overseas. In many cases, production budget
He said, for real, AI You stupid. Hey, I mean, hey, Bob, because you said that, if you stick around for the next segment of the show, that very comment you just made, it might actually like raise your eyebrows. You're gonna be probably rubbing your hands like, you don't say. Okay, keep that comment in mind. Let's go ahead and finish this up real quick. Here we go.
Cuts multiple strikes domestically, and what some describe as a California tax incentive that's no longer competitive, taking Hollywood elsewhere.
I have seen people make comparisons of Los Angeles to Detroit prior to the flight of the auto industry.
Damn. Los Angeles is compared to Detroit? Is it that bad?
And I have heard people say that we are in an existential moment.
Film LA, an organization tracking the decline, found that 2024 was the worst year for the industry in Los Angeles, only second to 2020 during the pandemic.
So far, year to date this year, we're coming in below that. We posted a 22.4% decline in on-location filming for the first quarter of this year.
Many films, TV shows, commercials, not only going overseas, but also shot in states like Georgia, Texas, or Tennessee.
See, there it is right there. Georgia, Texas, and Tennessee. They all them fools coming over here. They're coming over here. Go away.
Instead of California.
Everywhere I go, it feels like a ghost town. And what's happening is there are the days where we'd work 5 days a week have become 3 days a week, have become 2 days a week, have become 1 day every 2 weeks.
Thousands of supporting roles impacted too.
How's work been over the last year?
It's not been good. For the past 18 months, I've worked 3 months.
Shooting, editing, hair and makeup, costumes, the list is long. And while some can travel with production, others based here.
Hey, when we get to this AR portion of the show, you're going to see all this right here. It's going to be shut down.
Can't, including Wes Bailey's studio services company, Surreal.
Had to lay people off, had to downsize everywhere. People are doing 2 and 3 jobs, having to try and just to try and keep us, solvent.
Business, he says, is down about 40% over the last 2 years.
The vast majority of
40% in 2 years?
Oh my God. Wow.
That's a lot.
Our industry is a blue collar and middle class labor force. It's a lot of really good jobs that have benefits when we have the work here. These are not people that can just, jet off to anywhere.
To try to get the jobs back to LA, Governor Gavin Newsom proposed a $750 million a year tax credit program.
Man, get the hell out of here with that. Gavin Newsom's gonna man. Shut up, bitch. Exactly, like whatever.
And 2 companion bills making their way through the California legislature.
There's no way. That's not gonna happen. There's no way because Nope. That's not gonna work. That ain't gonna work at all. There's no way that you can try to. No.
Also hoping to increase the state's tax credit program. If passed, experts say it may work.
It's all about the money in terms of this, because that is what drives the production cost.
No. That's not going to work because number 1, California's too expensive. Number 2, we're going to go to the next segment of the show. Straight up. We going to jump right to the next segment of the show, which is the AI portion of the show. We're going to show you why that ain't going to work. That shit is not going to work. No. And then if you're doing a $750 million tax credit, how are you going to recoup that money? How are you going to recoup that money? Because when, you know what, let's get straight to it. All right, so next portion of the show is going to be the AI portion of the show. And let me just dive in like this real quick. Let me see. We'll start right here. I'll start right here just to piggyback off of what just happened on the last portion of the show. So here we go. Pull this up right here. Let me change the banner to AI. There we go. So we got our banner. So this right here, create hyper-realistic, realistic movie scenes with this AI. I'm not even gonna play the guy because, well, I'll let you hear it. Check this out.
Is being roasted on social media after she shared what appears to be an AI music video featuring her kids. As you can see, it's impossible to tell this is AI generated. Here's how to create high-quality marketing AI videos like kids. Go to this website.
All right, so that's how they're saying how to create it. Now watch this. Look at this. We got a 19-year-old making a $250,000 a month with the AI corn app.
Child makes $250,000 a month with his AI.
How much money do you make?
In the last 30 days, we made $250,000. So about $250,000.
How old are you?
19.
What do you do?
So we have a
porn addiction app that helps hundreds of thousands of men around the world quit pornography.
He's not lying. It's called Quitter.
So he's trying to help people quit corn. Okay, cool. Then we got this right here.
This child
17-year-old making 1.1 million a month with AI. Let's see what he does.
makes $1 million a month.
How much money do you make?
Make $1 million every month.
And how old are you?
I'm 17.
This is going to be one of the craziest episodes.
October, we made $1.14 million. It is not fake.
He's not lying. His name is Zach Yadagari, and he makes $1 million per month with his AI. That literally just uses OpenAI's API.
He's making a fitness nutrition app. Straight up, he's making a fitness nutrition app, and you got all these different things that show you right here, like this right here. This is an AI recreating a video app.
Use this new AI app.
Oh, shut up! This guy's talking too much. But look at these videos. Now they may look kind of stagnant, but I mean, at the end of the day, like that right there, if a regular person can make something like this with their phone or something, it doesn't take much at all. As a matter of fact, let me pull a better one up for you. Let me move this real quick. Let me pull a better one up for you so you can see exactly what I'm talking about. Where is it at? Right here. No, go away. Get off my damn screen. Here we go. Let's see what we got right here. There we go. Right here. Check this out. AI Mona Lisa brought to life. Look at this. Mona Lisa brought to life. Now, it doesn't take... now, we just saw the people in California with a plethora of people and a whole lot of folks trying to relocate and move and do all this, but like this is already happening. This is Mona Lisa. Check it out. All right, too much music. That's too much. But look at this video. This did not take a production crew. This didn't take oh good lord. This didn't take a production crew. This didn't take cameras. This didn't take a hair crew. This didn't take makeup. This didn't even take an actor or actress. This took a person at their computer and they put it together. One person, maybe two, maybe 5, maybe 10, but it didn't take a full-on crew. You didn't have to go to a location. The location she's at, Mona Lisa, wherever she's at, it don't even exist. You know what I mean? There's no real camera in her face. There's no makeup. There's no hair done. There's no clothing, no wardrobe, no nothing. So for those people in California trying to relocate their production and trying to go do things elsewhere, it's like, yeah, I don't see it happening. I just don't see it. Not now, not no more. That's not finna happen. You are cooked. You're cooked. You're cooked. It's over. Like, you're not finna, no. Free image generator. Let's see. Are they going to show image generation? Now you can take these images, like all these images can come to life. That Mona Lisa was an image and they brought the image to life. Some can look more real than others. Some may not. Some can look realistic. Some can look AI. Some can look animated. You have different styles. You can bring them to life. You don't need an artist. You don't need nobody to draw anything anymore. You don't need none of that. It's all AI'd. So for all them people that were talking about in California, they're going to move to find work elsewhere. No, they're not. And then to do a $750 million tax credit bill, I don't see how you're going to recoup or get that money back at all, because then people are going to be out of a job for sure. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. Like, it's going to be brutal. Like, it's not looking good. Like, let me see. Is there one more I could show you? Right here. Check this out. Here's the last one I'm going to show you. This is what they're making with AI. How are they going to be able to top this? Hey, look at this, bro. You're not topping this. You ain't gonna top this. You ain't topping this. Like, it's over. They don't need an actor or actress anymore. They don't need you. It's done. They don't need no actor. Look, they got a damn wolf with horns. Where do you think they found that at? You ain't getting that in real life. Look at, like, it's done. And you ain't paying nobody. You know what you're paying? A subscription fee to make these. You ain't going out of pocket to go pay for an actor or actress to negotiate a contract, to go house them up somewhere, to, oh, they didn't like the script, rewrite the script. Oh, like, that is done. It's over. We don't need lighting. We don't need cameras. We don't need makeup. We don't need location. All that is gone. It's over. Like, look at this. And they're talking about the Hollywood is trying to move their production somewhere else. It's like, I mean, the only way you could be trying to move your production somewhere else is to live somewhere with a cheaper cost of living so you could sit down and make AI. Change over and pivot your whole career that you've been doing over to AI. That's it. That's all you could be doing at this point, because you ain't, if you were a makeup artist, a hairstylist, a wardrobe, a scriptwriter, done. And it's not gonna need a bunch of people anymore. So yeah, that's where that's headed. That's where I'm trying to piggyback off of what we just looked at. Like this right here. What does it say? Thousands of jobs at risk in Hollywood as studios pivot production elsewhere. Like, bruh, the production is right here in my bedroom. The production is right here in my bedroom. Straight up. This is where all this is being done at, in my bedroom. Like, you ain't gotta do this nowhere else. Oh man, it's just like all the prawn movies now. OnlyFans turned around. I was like, we can make these anywhere. We can get an Airbnb, we can get a hotel, we can do a room, a closet, anywhere. It's like everything shifted. Now with this though, with this AI, and Bob just mentioned it earlier with AI prawn. Yeah, it's gonna be a different ball game here pretty soon. AI perks up when it's my time to be an adult. Finna just start scamming or start a OF. I mean, you have to think about it. Think about this, Bob. Check this out. Think about this, because you just said this earlier. You want to start a OF out there, OnlyFans, but if you're saying that AI prawn is already looking pretty dang good, that's gonna be a rap ski too. Like, you can't be only. I mean, maybe you still can. Maybe there's still time for it. I'm not saying there's not time to still do it, but if you want to do it, it's like, I mean, what is it that they can put anything on the AI person to do that you can't do, as far as, acts go. Your imagination can run wild with AI. You're limited as a human. Unless you're just into full debauchery. But they can take debauchery to a whole new level, to where, like, whatever the mind can think, it can see now. And AI is, man, it's gonna be a great thing, but it can also be a very dark and scary thing at the same time. Well, I just ended all before it even starts. No, don't do that. Don't end it. What do you mean by end it? Oh, we ain't talking about deleting yourself. We ain't talking about that. Don't do that, bro. No. We don't end yourself. No. No. Don't do that. Don't end yourself. We stay alive over here like the Bee Gees, sir. We just adapt. We understand. That's why you were saying earlier the show is too educational. I was like, it's not too educational. Just to inform you what's going on, how to move, and how to direct. My main thing is fitness. Stay in shape, take care of your body, have a healthy body, and then, have a good mind, be able to move forward and understand the economics and how AI is moving forward in life. So you want to understand what's going on. You know what I mean? You got to understand how to pivot and how to move around in life, because it's getting real out here. It's getting real. All right, so let me pull up the next thing. So the next thing we have here is this. Oh man, here we go. Check this out, yo. This is gonna be lovely. This is gonna be fantastic. Oh my gosh. Optimus robots can now build themselves. Bruh. Jesus. Like, look at this. Let's go ahead and roll the footage. You know what? Before I read, I'll go ahead and roll it first. Here we go. me stop it because they're probably going to try to give me a copyright for the music. But while this video is going on, I'll read this. Optimus robots can now build themselves, marking a groundbreaking leap in robotics and AI. Tesla's humanoid bots are no longer just assembling cars, they are assembling each other, bringing us one step closer to a future where to go? I just lost my spot. Machines can replicate and evolve with minimal human intervention. Bruh. Hey, if you want a good understanding of what the future world gonna look like with robots and AI, go watch Subservience. Go watch a movie called Subservience with Megan Fox. It's Megan Fox. Don't say Megan Good. Megan Fox. Go watch Subservience. That movie to me was fantastic. If you saw iRobot back in the day with Will Smith, Subservience is like iRobot 3.0. It took it to a whole new level. Like, first of all, you got a really attractive robot, and the attraction of the robot could be male or female. In this case, we saw a really sexy female robot. And then, I don't want to spoil it too much for you, but just know that, I'll just say this. The robot's looking out for your best interests at any means necessary. And I'll just leave it at that if you haven't seen it. So go watch Subservience with Megan Fox, because that was a good movie to me. That was really good. No, we should just pack it up. And the second one of these gains consciousness, they ending us. Yeah, we cook. Yeah. Hey, that actually happened in the movie Subservience. You know what I mean? However, you think it's gonna be fire until it's used against you as a manipulation tool to trap you. So you think it's gonna be fire, but what happens when the robot realizes, like, you know, if you punch me, you're probably gonna break your hand, right? And if I punch you, I'm probably gonna break you. So, like, you might just want to either shut up and fall in line, or I'm gonna turn your TV off. That's basically what's gonna happen. Robot gonna be turning people's TV off. The robot gonna play Kendrick in the background. Robot gonna be walking around. All you gonna hear is dun, 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 dun. But go watch the movie Subservience. If you want to have a good idea of how the robot's gonna look in the future, Subservience was a great movie because you got to see how robots actually worked. You know what I mean? Like, you see them working at a bar, you see them being waitresses, you see them working at hospitals. You gotta see that movie. It's really interesting. It's really interesting, man. For real. For real. He says, I don't care as long as I get my soul sucked. Ain't much to life anyway. Yeah, there's more to life, man. There's more to life, man. You got to keep it positive. You got to keep it positive at all times. You can't just think negative about it, man. You have to look at the positive side. You just gotta level up. You gotta go hard and level up, man. You just gotta just grind it out till there's no end. Because, I mean, it's gonna come to an end at some point, but give it your all while you're here. All right, so next thing we have here is we got Trump. He has signed an executive order to teach AI in schools and train teachers starting in kindergarten. Oh my Lord Jesus. Now, I'm not going to say that's a bad thing. I actually think that's a good thing to teach these kids robotics and AI as early as possible. Get your kids into these, because kids are going, if you have kids, nieces, nephews, grandchildren, get them into this stuff now, because their life in the next 10 years is going to for sure have robots. Their existence and the way they live life, when they become teenagers, they're going to see robots, like actual walking robots integrating in businesses and commerce and stuff like that. They need to understand how to actually deal with these things on like an actual in a working level, on how to actually do like machine learning and how to actually put one together if that's a possibility. They need to know this stuff, because yes, I know too many bad fold over 410 robo. They finna turn against humanity for it. Hey, I can't disagree with you on that one. That is true. Yeah, I know too many down bad fools who gonna fold over. Yeah, that's a sad truth. That is a sad truth. Yes, And women too. Women gonna fall for it already because women are already using robotics as well. I mean, they got, the little battery powered toys, and then they got the machine. They're so they're already using robots. They just don't get shamed for it, but they are the proponents of using a robot. And they think they're gonna get their back blown on by a robot until the robot decides, like, all right, lady, sit your ass down and shut up. She's gonna be like, what? Yeah, that toxic masculinity you was worried about. How about toxic robotics? Oh man, that's gonna be the new one. Toxic robotics. Yeah, buddy, toxic robotics. Ain't nothing you can do. Who you gonna tell? Nobody. But Trump signs an executive order to teach AI in schools and train teachers and starting kindergarten. Let's see what we got.
Artificial intelligence education, sir. You've obviously done a lot in the artificial intelligence space already. The basic idea of this executive order is to ensure that we properly train the workforce of the future by ensuring that school children, young Americans are adequately trained in AI tools so that they can be competitive in the economy years from now into the future as AI becomes a bigger and bigger deal.
That's a big deal because AI is where it seems to be at. We have literally trillions of dollars being invested in AI. And somebody today, a very smart person, said that AI is the way to the future. I don't know if that's right or not, but certainly very smart people are investing in it heavily.
Now, if he says very smart people are invested in it heavily, that's telling you which direction we gonna be heading. He already knows the smart people, alleged smart people who are investing in it heavily. He knows where the money flowing. Let's just say that he knows which way the money is flowing. He knows which way it's going. So if he say it, then wherever the money flows is where the future of the economy is going to go. And there it is. There's the executive order signed. Advancing AI education for American youth. There it is. Presidential actions, the White House. Executive order, April 23rd, 2025. There it is, written for you in your face. Yes. But me and ChatGPT, like bros, at the point that it knows too much about me, maybe even more than myself. Hey, go watch Subservience. I'm telling you, go watch Subservience. You can find it streaming right now. The only thing you got to pay for it. I forget what platform you can find it on, but go watch Subservience. That'll answer everything you're saying right now. Go see that movie. You're gonna be like, oh. You gonna watch that movie. You're gonna be watching that movie, and some parts you're gonna be sitting there looking. You're gonna be thinking like, what the fuck? The hell? What the fuck? I know she didn't just say, what the fuck? Oh hell no. What the fuck? Yeah, it's over. Yes. Then she caught him slipping out the shower. Walked in there in a two-piece, dropped the robe, the robe that you see on the trailer. She dropped the robe and she just standing there like she just standing there looking and just looking at you like just looking at you, just teasing you, just that's what she's saying. Yep, got her old busty little lingerie on, looking all sexy. She just staring at you, looking at you like, when you get inside this, you already know that. Yep, it's gonna be over for you. It's gonna be over. Finna pirate it. Well, I hope you don't have to pirate. It should be fine on the streaming service. To market the movie this or that. I wish they did pay me to market the movie, but what I'm saying is it makes sense. Just go watch it. It'll all make sense. It all makes sense for sure. All right, so next thing we have here, what do we have? We got that. This next, I don't know if I should show this because I don't understand this. I can't speak on something I don't understand because it doesn't make sense on this one. So I'm not going to talk about this one. But now we have the final thing. We have our final topic, which is the main topic. that we have that we're going to go over, and we're going to go over seeing someone on YouTube basically show you how to do a talking avatar. They say for free, so I figured, hey, if it's for free, maybe I can sit down and follow the prompts that she does. I'll try. I might have my screen linked up with hers. I might not. I might just keep her screen on and do it on another screen and try to put them together and show you what I'm getting along the way to see if this works or not. So with that being said, let's go ahead and jump into it, and let's see if we can actually create a talking AI avatar for free. And I highly doubt it's for free, but let's see if it's doable, if it's possible. So we're gonna see how this pans out. So right now, pull the YouTuber on the screen. Fair use, shout out to her, Quinta LaShawn. She says that she's gonna show you how to create one. And I was curious. I watched some of her video, and I was like, maybe I could actually pull this off. So it shouldn't be too hard, or it could be hard as hell, but we're going to see if she skips steps and just tries to send you down a sales funnel and tries to get you to buy her course. I mean, wouldn't put it past her, but let's see how this pans out, and let's see what we can do. So let's just take a look at it, and we're going to kind of go over it and see if we can mimic this or make something of this nature happen. So here we go.
My creator over $13,000 a month as a talking avatar. In this video, I'm going to teach you how to create a talking avatar just like me. One that can walk, one that can talk, one that can even help you make money while you are sleeping. So if you're ready to learn, let's jump right into this video. Okay,
well, I'm ready to learn. I'm ready to learn. All right, so y'all hear that, right? Y'all hear that? She says, if you're ready to learn, let's jump into the video. So we're going to see how this pans out, because I'm kind of intrigued on if I can make this happen in real time. So we're going to see. So right now she got her chat GPT up. Let me pull up my chat GPT. Let's go ahead and get this going. Let's see. So we got, all right, so what we have right here, AI avatar. I already had a prompt earlier, so I'm going to keep my prompt. And let's see what we got right here. Here we go.
So the first step is to actually get our text to image prompt, and we need to go over to ChatGPT so we can start to create our talking AI avatar. So you're going to go over to ChatGPT and you're going to put this prompt in. Help me create a AI avatar text to image prompt. And after that, you're going to put in how you want your AI avatar to look. So I want her to be a young African-American woman in her early 30s with a high ponytail and black glasses. So you're just going to insert however you want your talking avatar to look, and you're going to let ChatGPT help you create a text to image prompt for us to use to create our talking AI avatar. So once we put that in, it's going to spit us out a prompt. And here is the prompt that it gave us. Now,
all right, so I just did it. Let's see. I did a Brazilian. Should I do a Brazilian or should I do a blonde snow bunny? Which one should I do? I have an Afro Brazilian, or should I do a blonde snow bunny? Or should I do an Asian? Which one should I do? Which one? I think I'm gonna stick with the Brazilian. We're just gonna keep it going. So let's see what we got. Here we go.
Now if you're satisfied with it, then you can keep it. If not, you can just tell ChatGPT to make some adjustments. But I think we're going to be satisfied with what it gave us. So what I'm going to do is copy this prompt, and we're going to go over to our next. Now the tool that we're going to be using is called Pick Lemon. It's a free
Okay, so she got Pick Lumen. Let's see. All right. Here we go. All right, so she's got Pick Lumen. I'm going to go exactly with what she says. So we're going to go Pick Lumen, and we're going to keep this right here. So we got our prompt. All right. Would you like me to help you create a... Oh, wow. Yes. Jesus, this thing keeps going and going and going. All right. So anyway, Pick Lumen. We're going to pull up Pick Lumen right here. So we got Pick Lumen. And let's see where she tells us to go. Okay, so I'm on Pick Lumen. Whenever I put my stuff up, I'm gonna put my stuff on the screen. I'm gonna copy and show you my prompt as well, so you can see that I'm actually doing what she's doing. So here we go.
AI image generator that will help you create the image of your AI talking avatar. Now, once you come over here, you're gonna just connect your Google account or your email address to set up your free account. Once you are in, you're gonna be in a dashboard that looks something like this. What you're gonna do is click on create. Once you click on create, you're gonna paste that description of our AI avatar that
All right, so let me go ahead and get mine up right here. So where are we at? All right, so I did one earlier. I'm gonna do a second one right now. So let's see. I'm gonna copy this prompt. So here's our prompt. And then let me pull this over here for you so you can see real quick. Here's the other one that I did. So I did two of them. This was an Afro-Brazilian. I'm gonna do another prompt because it gave me an extra prompt. So we're gonna see what she says what to do next right here. So here we go.
We got from ChatGPT. We're just going to paste it there, okay? You want to make sure that you have the Pick Lemon Art V1 selected.
All right, Pick Lemon Art V1. Pick Lemon Art V1 selected. All right.
And you want to make sure you have the correct size selected as well. Since I'm going to be creating this AI avatar for YouTube, I am going to select a 16:9. And once you do that, you're just going to hit enter and it's going to create our avatar. Now, if you're on the free version of
what happened?
Pick Lemon, then it may go a little slow, but if you are on the paid.
Okay, we got it. All right, so let's see. So ratio, she said 9:16. So we got the ratio set up right. All right, and then we're gonna hit that. All right, so queued, fast. And it's like I said, these are the first two that I made. I want to see what this one looks like whenever it shows up. Bam. Okay, so there she goes. All right. All right. So there's what we got right there. We got her. All right. Not too shabby, not too shabby. She's not looking too bad. I got the glasses on, sophisticated. This one's smiling, so I like the smiles. This one, she too serious. But anyway, let's keep it going. Let's see what we got.
Version, then it goes fairly quickly. Now, here is what they gave us. Now, it is okay. I really don't like her, but so we're going to try to remix it to see if we can get something else. Okay, so you're just going to continue to remix it until you get the actual image that you like. So let's see what it gives us now. Now, it's really just giving us face shots. I may have to go back and tweak that particular prompt to make it give me what I want, but I've already created an AI avatar that I actually like, and I'm going to show her to you next. The AI avatar that I created for my brand, and baby, she is fire. So you just really need to play around with the ChatGPT prompts. Make sure you tell it exactly what you want it to have, and it will create the prompt for you. Okay, now once you get the image that you need, that you want to use, you're going to hit download, and you're going to go over to the next tool, which is the upscaling tool and the face swapping. So we're going to use a tool called
upscaling and face swapping. I don't think we're going to do all that. Let's see, we got right here. Do I see any upscaling or face swapping? I don't see that. I don't think I'm gonna upscale. Okay, so here's upscale, but you have to pay for it. So we're not gonna pay. We're gonna just keep it this, and we're probably not gonna face swap. We're gonna skip that part because I'm not gonna put my face on her. So we're gonna see how this goes.
Remaker.ai. Now you can keep your avatar just the way it is from Pick Lemon. You don't have to do this whole face swap, but I wanted my avatar to look like me. Okay, I wanted to look like me, so I decided to do the face swap. Now, if you don't want your avatar to look like you do not not have to make any changes. You can just download her like this, and she is perfect. You don't have to make any changes. But if you want to make her look like you, you're going to go over to remaker.ai. You're going to click on the face swap from
Okay,
pick
we're not gonna do
image
that.
that you want to use for your, to just do 20 swap. So you're going to click on swap, and then it's going to swap the faces for us, and it's going to give us an image. So let it do its thing, and it will show us. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, so this is what it gave us, and she is fire like me. So that's why I say you need to use the face swapping spot. With the face swap, you're just going to hit download.
All right,
And once
download.
you hit download, you're going to save it to your computer. So the next tool that we are going to use is going to be a tool called Halo AI. Now,
All right, let me get Halo AI pulled up. All right, so Halo AI. HAILUO AI. All right, here we go. So we're Halo AI. Are we here? Let me see. Latest updates. Image generation character. Okay, try it. Whoa. Oh, yeah, I tried some of these before. Okay, so I did some of these already. All right, so let's keep going.
Now with Halo AI, it's going to make our still image into a video. It's going to give her talking effect and the hand movement effect and all of that good stuff. So you're just going to click on create. And once you click on create, you are going to upload the image that we just got from the face swapping tool. So click on the image to video, and then we're going to select that image from our computer, and we're going to upload it to Halo AI. And once it uploads, we're just going to put here in the description.
Wait a minute.
Video.
Where did you go?
Give her talking effect and the hand movement effect and all of that good stuff. So
All
you're
right.
just going to click on create.
Click
and
on create.
Once you click on create, you are going to upload the image that we just got from the face swapping tool. So click on the image to video, and then we're going to select that image from our computer.
Oh,
and
why am I
we're
not seeing it?
Just got from.
Okay, so she's saying click on create. All right, so we're going to click on create, but I got to find create because I did some of these earlier. Here, I'll actually show you a couple that I did earlier. So let me show you a couple that I actually did earlier. Put that there. So here's one that I did right here. There's one, then there's another one that I did right here. All right, so now I'm trying to figure out where the create is, but I don't see it on here. She says click on create, but I don't see create. So we have here, create video. Oh, we go, image to video is what she said, right? Yes, all right, cool. So let me pull this back. No, not that one. What is it? This is her. Where did it go? Where did it go? I just lost it. Oh, crap. Give me 2 seconds. Let me find it real fast. Pull this back over. Pull this back up. Just chatting. All right, give me 2 seconds. Let me find. I think it's behind everything. There it is. All right, I got it. All right, so we got this. I know you can't see it. Give me 2 seconds. I'm going to find it real. Let me set it up real fast, and then I'll pull it back on the screen for you. So we got this. Where's the image? It's pick lumen. Okay, there it is. We're going to find pick lumen because I don't want you to see all my, can't show you all my dang files and stuff like that. So pick lumen. So it's this one or this one or this one. Okay. So we're going to go with the one that you saw earlier. So we're going to go with this one. I like this one better. We're going to go with this one. This one looks better. We're going to go with this. Yeah. All right. So here we go. Putting it back on the screen. I'm going to go with this one over here. So this one over here on the left. So here we go. Let's go back to her. God dang it. I got to put this inside of one of these tabs. Here. All right. Here we go.
The face swapping tool. So click on the image to video.
Yes,
and
we
then
did
we're
that.
going to select that image from our computer, and we're going to upload it to Halo AI. And once it upload, we're just gonna put here in the description something like, I already have a prompt that we can use. So we're gonna use this prompt here. It's gonna say, she is looking at the camera while talking, moving her hands slightly and her hands, moving her head and her hands slightly. And then it's going to charge you 30 credits. They do give you free credits every day if you are on the free plan. And you're just going to hit create. Now, if you're on the
Wait,
free,
read that
and
again
then
to me.
her hands.
All right, so she is looking at the camera while talking, moving her head slightly and her hands slightly. Okay, so moving her head slightly and her hands slightly. Oh, don't spell it wrong. Did I spell slightly wrong? SLIGHTLY. All right, there we go. So we got, she is looking at the camera while talking and moving her head slightly and her hands slightly. All right, cool. So we got that. What we got next?
Moving her head and her hands slightly. And then it's going to charge you 30 credits. They do give you free credits every day if you are on the free plan. And you're just going to hit create. Now, if you're on the free plan, of course, it's going to move kind of slow. But if you're on the fast plan, then you're going to get your output fairly quickly. Now, I already created her already. So let me show you how she looks.
All right, so before we see how hers look, here's mine right here, new user fast track, only a 3-minute wait. So we're going to sit back and go watch what she's doing. So we're going to see she is looking at the camera while talking and moving her head slightly and hands slightly, which is the prompt that she gave us. So this is the girl we created. I chose the different one because I like the other one that I made previously, but it's the same, almost the same prompt. But here we go. Let's go back to what she was talking about.
Now, this is her. She looks amazing. She's talking. You can see her mouth moving. You can see her head moving. And you can see her typing on the computer and looking down. This is what I'm talking about. This is next level, okay? So now the last tool that we're going to use is going to make everything come to.
Okay, so ours is at 22%. So we're still loading. So now she's saying there's one more tool that we're going to use to put it all together. So let's see what this is.
Together, okay? So we're going to go over to our next tool, which is called Dream Face, okay? Dream Face is going to help us link everything together. So what you're going to click on is avatar video. Once you click on avatar video, you can just upload the video that we created from Halo AI. Just upload it to the system. Now, I already have her uploaded in the system here, and you can see she is talking. Her mouth is moving. You can see everything we created in the Hello AI tool is in here as well. Now, to get her to actually talk with sounds, you have two options. You can use the built-in voices that they have here. They have several different built-in voices. If you are on the paid plan, you can create a custom voice and upload it, and it will try to clone your voice. But for me, the cloning softwares don't sound nothing like me. I upload my voice and I try to clone my voice, and it just does not sound anything like me. So what I like to do is just click on audio, and then I just record. So I just click here and I record my script or whatever I want to say, because I want my avatar to look like me and sound exactly like me. But if
how's it going to sound exactly like you if you just said it didn't sound good?
you don't want to record your own voice, like I said, you can just copy and paste your script here, whatever you want your script to say. You can just copy and paste it here. And then you can go down and click and try a voice. Pick a voice that you want. They have different female voices. And then you can just hit generate, and it will generate you a voice, using the voices that you pick. Now, I already created my avatar, and I'm going to show.
All right, so real quick, let's see. We are at, there we go. Oh, snap. There she is. Okay, so we created her. So she is looking at the camera while talking and moving her head slightly and her hands slightly. So here we go. So we got it. So she is right. So we're going to download. Can we download it? Yep, we just downloaded it. All right, so there we got her. We got her. All right, so we're making progress. So far, so good. All right, so then we're going to take this chick and we're going to put her into into this other thing. So what is this one called? What's the name of this one? Oh, good Lord, a bunch of numbers. Okay, so we're going to take her. All right, so I'm going to go to the other part. So I'm going to take her. I'm going to upload. Got it. Upload from PC. So now I'm going to find it, and I'm going to put it in and catch us up where we are. All right, so did it work? Okay, so here we go. So now we're here. Come on. We're here. Boom. All right. So now we're at the same spot that she was at. Only difference is I make my background look. Oh, I don't like this. This is too bright. I need the dark background. Okay, I'm not going to do that right now. All right. So here we are. So we're in the same. No, that's not her. Here she is. So dream face. You see, I'm on dream face. She's on dream face. We're going to go back just a little bit.
The voices that you pick.
All right, so here we go. So I'm on dream face, she's on dream face, and now we got to figure out what it was. Here's the audio, here's the text. So I got to figure out what voice we want to use. What voice? So we're going to pick a voice. Let's pick a voice real quick.
Hello, welcome to Dreamface. We hope you have a wonderful day.
Hello, welcome to Dreamface. We hope you have a wonderful day.
Hello, welcome to Dreamface. We hope you have a wonderful day.
We'll pick Lisa. So confirm. All right, so now we're going to go back to the lady and see what she's talking about. Here we go.
Now, I already created my avatar, and I'm going to show you guys how she look, how she sounds, how she move, and all of that good stuff. So come on, let's take a look. Girl, everything is going up. Groceries, rent, gas, and don't even get me started on these kids always needing something. It feels like no matter how much you budget, there's always another expense popping up. That's why I had to put you on this free, amazing opportunity. I had to tell you about it. I'm about to show you a way that you can start earning money today totally for free. So if you don't have any extra money to start a business, or if you just want to make some extra money to go towards vacation or whatever, I'm about to show you a way that you can get started totally for free. Oh my God, isn't she?
Okay, so she did that. So I'm going to create a prompt, and I'm going to make it very particular to, let me get this out the way. All right, so here we go. We're going to create a prompt. Prompt is going to be, hi, welcome to D. Elliott Fitness live stream show. I will be your host. What is her name? The name we used was Lisa. I will be your host, Lisa, today for this evening's stream. Let me do live stream as 2 words. This evening stream. Thank you, and I hope you enjoy. Oh crap. Hope you enjoy the show. All right, so hi, welcome to D. Elliott Fitness live stream show. I will be your host, Lisa, today for this evening's stream. Thank you, and I hope you enjoyed the show. So that should actually have them say my name so we know that it's actually legit. So we got Lisa's voice, and let's hit generate. All right, so we're generating, and we're about to see what happens. And if it fails the generation, that means I have to pay for it. So we'll see what happens if this works or not. So let's go back into the lady, and we'll see if this pans out. If not, then I'll have to go run and, I guess, get a quick account and throw some money on it just to see how this whole thing will work and pan out. But so far, so good. So let's see what happens, and let's finish watching the rest of her video. She's got like 30 seconds left.
So cool, y'all. There's so much you can do with a talking AI avatar. You can create digital courses and digital videos and monetize that by selling it to your audience. You can even get brand deals when you create a custom avatar. Now, I hope this video was helpful to you. You're going to be seeing me on her channel a lot because she has learned how to make money while she is sleeping using me, a custom AI avatar. Let us know in the comments, will you be creating your own custom talking AI avatar? And I cannot wait to see you on.
Okay. Did it go? Generating, nothing here yet. Did it do it? No, generate. Let's see. All right, so we're at the last part. Oh, it says generating. Completed. Oh snap! Did it work? Oh, here we go. Moment of truth. Here it goes. Moment of truth. All right, here we go. So remember what the prompt said. If you remember, prompt says, "Hi, welcome to DLE Fitness live stream show. I will be your host, Lisa, today for this evening stream. Thank you, and I hope you enjoy the show." Let's see if she says it. Here we go. Moment of truth.
Hi, welcome to DLE Fitness live stream show. I will be your host, Lisa, today for this evening stream. Thank you, and I hope you enjoy the show.
Yes, I did it. I freaking did it live on the stream. Give me the damn victory music. Give it to me. Yes. Yes. Did it live on stream. Now, it's not like nothing spectacular, but the fact that I was able to pull it off on a live stream and I did it live, hey, I deserve a round of a freaking applause. Give it to me. Give me a round of applause. Let me hear it. Yes. Did it. Did it live. Talk to me again, Lisa. Let's hear it.
Hi, welcome to DLE Fitness live stream show. I will be your host, Lisa, today for this evening stream. Thank you, and I hope you enjoy the show.
She said live steam. Of course she says steam because I spelled the word stream wrong. So she says live steam show because I forgot the R.
Hi, welcome to DLE Fitness live stream show. I will be your host, Lisa, today for this evening stream. Thank you, and I hope you enjoy the show. Hi, welcome to DLE Fitness live stream show. I will be your host, Lisa, today for this evening stream. Thank you, and I hope you enjoy the show.
Oh, baby, we enjoyed the show, all right. That is it. That is it. That is it, man. Oh, man, we did that right there. Ladies and gentlemen, that is going to conclude today's show as I actually did it live. I performed it live. Shout out to the lady on YouTube, Quinta LaShawn, I think was her name, that we were able to run over her YouTube video and go through what she said. And it actually came out on the other end and it actually worked. She said you could do it for free. We did it for free. So shout out to her, man. Thank y'all for tuning in to another DLE Fitness live stream show. Just remember, if you're on YouTube, please do me a favor, hit that like button if it's going to come up. That right there, get the stream out, get the algorithm out. With that being said, man, we are out of here. We'll catch y'all on the next stream, which might be tomorrow. If not, just be on the lookout for notifications. Go ahead and click follow on whatever social media platform you're on. Turn the notifications on so you know when we go live on DLE Fitness Show. Sometimes we game. But with that being said, we'll catch y'all later. We're out of here and we'll catch y'all next time. Thank y'all so much for tuning in. We'll see you later. Peace.
Baby, I'm obsolete. Pockets chunky like cottage cheese. Real nigga, I just gotta be. Smoking weed that don't gotta